Have you ever heard that you simply can't grow vegetables unless your garden gets full, direct sunlight all day long? Maybe you've looked at a shady corner of your yard and thought it was a lost cause for growing food. Well, that's actually one of the biggest myths in gardening, and it stops so many people from making the most of their outdoor spaces. The truth is, many popular crops don't need blazing, all-day sun to thrive. In fact, some vegetables, like leafy greens and certain herbs, actually prefer a bit of relief from the heat and can taste sweeter and more tender when grown in partial shade. Unfortunately, too many gardeners overlook or give up on those shadier spots, assuming nothing edible will grow there. But nature is far more adaptable than we often realize, and so are many of the plants we love to eat. The real secret to success is choosing the right plants for your garden's unique light conditions. There are plenty of delicious, nutritious vegetables that actually thrive in less than sunny spots. Even if your garden only gets a few hours of gentle morning sun or is bathed in dappled light beneath trees, you can still grow a surprising variety of crops. It's all about understanding what your space offers and matching it with the right plants. Today, we'll introduce you to 10 fantastic crops that actually love the shade, and we'll share tips on how to help them flourish in your own garden, no matter how much sun you get. So let's challenge the old idea of what enough sun really means, and discover how you can turn every corner of your garden, even the shady ones, into a productive, beautiful space. Spinach is a classic cool season crop, beloved by gardeners for its versatility and nutritional punch. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, making it a staple in salads, smoothies, and cooked dishes alike. But did you know that spinach is also one of the best crops for shady gardens? As temperatures rise, spinach actually thrives in partial shade, where the sunlight is filtered and less intense. This makes it perfect for spots in your garden that don't get full sun all day, such as under trees or beside taller plants. In full sun, spinach tends to bolt quickly, meaning it sends up flower stalks and stops producing those tender leaves we love. When this happens, the leaves become bitter and tough, making them less enjoyable to eat. Shade helps keep the soil cooler and more moist, which delays bolting and encourages the plant to keep producing sweet, tender leaves for a longer period. The result is a more flavorful and enjoyable harvest. With the right amount of shade, you'll enjoy a longer harvest window, picking fresh spinach leaves week after week. This means more homegrown greens for your kitchen and less waste from plants going to seed too soon. For best results, plant spinach where it receives gentle morning sun or dappled light throughout the day. These conditions mimic its natural woodland habitat and help it thrive even as the weather warms. The payoff? Abundant, delicious greens that keep coming well into late spring and even early autumn, long after other leafy crops have faded in the heat. So, don't see those shady spots in your garden as a problem. See them as a spinach paradise, where this leafy green can truly shine. Shade is the secret ingredient for growing lush, healthy spinach. It's the key to unlocking the best flavor and texture from your plants. Let's keep going and discover even more crops that love the shade as much as spinach does. Lettuce is another cool season favorite that thrives in shade. Too much sun and heat make lettuce bitter and quick to bolt. Shady areas keep lettuce sweet, crisp, and tender, even in summer. North-facing beds or spots with just a few hours of morning light are perfect. Loose leaf and butterhead varieties especially love the respite from harsh sun. Shade means less watering and longer harvests from each plant. Don't limit lettuce to spring. Grow it all summer in your shadier spaces. The right location transforms lettuce into a garden staple. Shade elevates lettuce to its best version. Kale is tough and adaptable, but partial shade makes it even better. In full sun, kale can get tough and bitter. In shade, it grows slower, larger, and more tender. The flavor mellows, and the leaves are perfect for salads or cooking. Try lacinato, or red Russian, in a shadier spot for the best results. If you found kale too strong before, give it another try in the shade. Sometimes slower growth means higher quality. Kale proves that shade can refine a plant's character. Asian greens like bok choy, tatsoi, and mizuna are some of the most adaptable and rewarding crops you can grow, especially if your garden doesn't get full sun. These leafy vegetables are naturally suited to thrive in partial shade, making them a top choice for gardeners with limited sunlight or those looking to maximize every corner of their space. Their ability to flourish in shady gardens means you don't have to give up on growing fresh greens just because your yard is a bit dim. In fact, these plants often prefer it. Asian greens grow incredibly fast. Many varieties are ready to harvest in just 30 to 45 days from sowing. Their quick growth makes them perfect for impatient gardeners or anyone wanting a steady supply of fresh leaves throughout the season. Plus, they thrive in cooler, low-light conditions where other crops might struggle. If you try to grow them in full sun, you'll notice they tend to bolt quickly, sending up flower stalks and turning bitter. This is why shade is actually an advantage for these greens. Shade not only extends their harvest window, but also keeps the leaves tender, mild, and delicious. You'll enjoy a longer picking season and better flavor. Amazingly, just 3 to 4 hours of sunlight a day is enough to produce a lush, healthy crop. Even gardens with dappled or filtered light can support these greens. Asian greens are also perfect for succession planting. Sow a new batch every couple of weeks for a continuous harvest. They're ideal for containers, window boxes, or any shady spot, so you can grow them even if you don't have a traditional garden bed. With varieties like mizuna and tatsoi, you can harvest the outer leaves as needed, and the plants will keep producing new growth. This cut-and-come-again method means you'll have a steady supply of greens for salads, stir-fries, and more. Shade isn't just tolerated by these greens. It actually brings out their best qualities, resulting in more vibrant, tender, and flavorful leaves. If you're looking for a quick, reliable crop that will reward you with beautiful harvests in low light, start with Asian greens. They're easy to grow, forgiving of mistakes, and perfect for beginners or seasoned gardeners alike. Give them a try, and you'll soon see your garden's shady corners transformed into productive, vibrant spaces bursting with fresh, healthy greens. Arugula's peppery bite can be too intense in full sun, but shade transforms its flavor. Cooler, shadier spots slow down the compounds that make arugula spicy, resulting in a balanced, nutty taste. The leaves stay tender and perfect for salads. Arugula grows fast, harvest in just a few weeks, and shade delays bolting. Succession planting in shady areas ensures a steady supply. If you found store-bought arugula too bland or spicy, try growing your own in partial shade. You control the flavor by managing the light. Shade-grown arugula is a true garden delicacy. Radishes are one of the fastest root crops and thrive with just a few hours of direct sun. Partial shade keeps roots crisp and mild and prevents them from turning woody or overly spicy. An east-facing bed is ideal. Morning sun, afternoon shade. Shade extends the radish season well into summer. Radish tops are edible too, and shade makes them more tender. Grow radishes in shady spots for a quick, easy, and rewarding harvest. They're perfect for filling in garden gaps. Shade-grown radishes are hard to beat. Beets don't need full sun to be delicious. Partial shade produces smaller, sweeter, and more tender roots. 4 to 5 hours of sun is enough for high-quality beets. Shade slows growth, concentrating flavor and preventing woody texture. Beet greens also thrive in shade, growing larger and more tender. Less sun means fewer pests and better greens. Shade-grown beets are perfect for roasting, pickling, or salads. Don't chase giant roots. Enjoy the refined taste of shade-grown beets. You get a dual harvest: sweet roots and premium greens. Carrots adapt well to dappled light or 4 to 5 hours of sun. Shade-grown carrots are smaller but much sweeter and crisper. Slower growth allows sugars to concentrate, improving flavor. Dappled light under trees is ideal, enough for photosynthesis, but cool enough for great taste. Loose, rock-free soil is still key for straight roots. Shade lets you leave carrots in the ground longer, especially into autumn. Try smaller, quick-maturing varieties for best results in low light. Shade might be the secret to your sweetest carrots ever. Peas love cool weather and struggle in intense heat. Partial shade, especially afternoon shade, keeps peas productive longer. 5 to 6 hours of morning sun is ideal. Shade preserves sweetness and extends the harvest. Fall crops especially benefit from cooler, shadier spots. Always provide a trellis even in shade. Peas reward you with sweet, tender pods when protected from heat. For a longer, tastier harvest, give peas a break from the sun. Bush beans are the top pick for shady gardens. They produce well with just 3 to 4 hours of sun. Compact and efficient, bush beans don't need as much light as pole beans. Afternoon shade prevents blossom drop and boosts yields in summer. Succession planting in shady spots gives a continuous harvest. No trellis needed. Just sow, grow, and pick. Bush beans are easy, reliable, and productive in low light. They'll surprise you with how much they can produce in shade. Shade isn't a limitation. It's an opportunity for a different kind of bounty. The key is choosing crops that thrive in your garden's unique light. Stop fighting the shade and start working with it. Shady spots can produce sweet, tender, and flavorful vegetables. Try 1 or 2 of these crops and see the results for yourself. Gardening is about discovery. Embrace your garden's strengths. Subscribe for more tips, and happy gardening.